how you came to the determination of which stability classes you look at under which temperatures and which conditions. And so I think this was a very valuable discussion. I think we have a better understanding now, at least of your thinking and the approach that you applied to come to the calculations that you did. I think we're going to go back and talk with our meteorological folks and see if we can piece together a coherent explanation of this. I guess the cleanest thing might be, and I'm not asking for this yet, but I'm just mentioning it, is an RAI response that kind of lays out that we're not there yet, but I understand the logic as you've described it, and getting that somewhere might be useful. But let us go back and talk to our meteorological guys and see if we can come to a common understanding on that topic.
Okay.
John, this is Tony again.
Yes?
Would the call notes that NRC records potentially suffice to capture what Mary has described as perhaps a difference between...
Wait. You are using too many words here. What call notes you are talking about?
Public meeting summary.
Public meeting summary? No. Let me just suggest this, okay?
Sure.
I think we want to have the clear... I understand. I'm sorry, Tony.
That's all right.
I didn't mean to jump in the middle, but I suspect that you are saying is we can document this thing in the summary meeting and then that will be the document. No, but let's do the other way around. What we will do it, as John said, we will talk to their counterpart, which is meteorology branch, and run it by them, whatever Mary said, okay, and then we will have NRC's position, and if there is a question, we will contact you or we will send you the RAI specifically so that you can document it.
That's good clarification. Thank you, Shandu.
Okay, that way, we have nothing, no loose ends or anything, because I appreciate about meeting summary, but, meeting summaries are only written by one person, which is NRC guy, okay? And sometimes I don't want to put too much, detail in the meeting summary so much. Okay, it's good to have all documentation in
Very good.
Shandu keeps us honest. So thank you, Shandu.
Anything else? John?
Good.
Okay, at this time, John?
No.
Okay. At this time, member of the public, I guess, do you have any question?
Yes, Mr. Patel, this is Erica from Henrico.
You can call me Chandu. It's okay. You don't have to call me Mr. Patel.
All right, Chandel. So it sounds like y'all are talking about the wind directions and speeds and everything dealing with the power plant, I guess the Unit 3 in particular. I didn't get a summary of what the meeting was going to be talking about. So I'm assuming, are you talking about when it is refueling, unloading, or are you talking about in an accident? What are you talking about?
Okay, yeah, sorry. That's why I tried to give you a little bit background, but it was too short. Basically, Erica, what we do is before we license any nuclear plant, okay, in the country, we look at the site and make sure what kind of toxic chemical will be around in that site. If there is a railroad going, what type of toxic gases they will be transporting on nearby, okay? So we look at complete detail of all the chemicals which will be at the site. And then we decide what happens if there is a failure of storage failure or, accidental release or something like that, okay? And given that, we know exactly what amount of chemical they are supposed to list all the chemical, which they can predict that it will be at the site, okay? And then we have to decide that is there any possibility that any of these chemical getting released may cause harm to the control room operators, okay? That's because they are the main people we want to protect first at the site. Okay, so that's what we are doing right now. Okay, so because, this is we have right now case of like gasoline, release. Okay, like there is a gasoline truck at the site, and somehow you get spilled. What happens to the control room? That's that kind of thing we are talking about here.
So we're just talking about specifically just for the control room.
Well, yes, right now we are really, yes, we have to protect control room operators.
Okay, so just out of curiosity, when they're unloading the reactor, are those gases also being monitored, and is there data that can be found on how many gases are released at that time?
Okay, I understand what you are saying. When they are refueling, this is really, right now, we are not talking about anything about reactor. This is just strictly the site. Okay, we are not talking about any nuclear reaction here. Okay, this is just strictly like any chemical site, basically, has nothing to do with the nuclear plant. Does that make sense?
Okay, so you're talking about just the chemicals that are on site, not like anything to do with the releases or emissions.
Right. This is just strictly like you can think of any chemical plant, basically, and what happens, okay, to the operators.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And as usual, okay, feel free to call me anytime. I will be happy to chat with you anytime.
Okay, thank you, Patel.
Okay, David, do you have any questions? All right, hearing none, I guess, thank you very much, Dominion. I think I got a good idea where you stand, and we will talk with our counterpart, at least for meteorology side, and then we'll get back to you if we have further question, and if we don't, then I'll let you know also.
Thanks, Chandu.
Thanks a lot. Okay, bye.
Bye, thank you.
Thank you, Chandu.
Yes, bye.
Bye.